last resort. I build a castle with an iron door. Lock the window, pull the shades. The hazed out sun won't help anyway. If the world is crumbling down, I don't wanna be alone. No, locked up in this place.
So I had something ripped away from me that I absolutely thought was my dream home. I was gonna stay here forever. This is what happened to me. This is my story.
I think the current state of the economy is not nearly as good as we would like. I think the man on the street would say, yeah, we're in a recession. Times are tough. They've been getting worse, not better.
The subprime loan, back 5 years ago was basically a typical borrower who had, sub credit, would be credit under, say 600.
My name is Heather DiStefano, and I live here at 60 Marlborough Street. I lived here along with my husband and my son. This is the house we bought 2 years ago that actually now is going into foreclosure. My mortgage started at $1,300 a month and went up to $3,100 a month. I am upset for the simple fact is I tried so hard to save my home. I had to tell my little boy who had to empty out his playroom. He doesn't understand, and it's very heart-wrenching. And there's just nothing I can do.
The borrowers were very aware of what they were getting themselves into. I mean, because of what the guidelines and the requirements, just a loan to go through, they're seeing so many disclosures and documents that they're signing. So there's no question that they didn't know what they were getting themselves into. No question.
My mortgage went up without even me knowing why. We sat at a courtroom on the day we signed for the papers. We signed in a courtroom, passed the papers around. Nobody even explained anything to us at all.
They put themselves in harm's way, whether they had any knowledge that they did or any awareness that they might. But you've certainly got to sympathize with those people, because it's a disaster if you're the one who all of a sudden is homeless. And there are many people, in fact, who have been making payments on their home for quite some time, and all of a sudden the economic pressures have gotten to them, and now they're losing their home. They're losing the place they've lived, and maybe the only place they've lived as an adult.
They definitely took advantage of borrowers. Knowing for a fact, other mortgage companies out there that most of them aren't around anymore, they were falsifying documentation. Things were happening in the market. There's no question about it.
They upped our income to make sure that we would qualify. They upped the value of the home so we would qualify for the loan. We never knew any of this stuff. And I just think we were treated unfairly.
If you're examining the motivations of a lender and why they helped put someone in this position, all of the motivations within the industry are incumbent on the mortgage originator. If that mortgage originator wants to make money, that person must originate mortgages, and they will do whatever is necessary.
The regulators and the states really screwed up everything by letting everybody get a license, without any kind of training at all. You had people coming in the market just to make money. So of course, coming in, making the money, then they're going to leave. So they don't really care about the customer. They're just coming in and making money and left.
Some government authorities have suggested that one of the remedies that needs to be made in the future is that there needs to be some regulation or licensing of mortgage originators. As it is now, I believe in many states, anyone can simply put a classified ad in the paper and say, hi, I'm a mortgage originator.
We were told, I don't really believe anything I hear anymore because I've been lied to so many times about this stuff, is probably in the next 3-4 years we could get into another home. And I'm hoping that's the case, because that's what I would like to, even though I'm very scared, I'm very skeptical.
What's going to go on is that, it's good what they're doing right now is scaling back everything, tighten the credit guidelines to bring back, where the mortgage industry should be and where the housing market should be, and just have a major correction. It was just a lack of education and licensing requirements. If you look at every other industry in securities and everything else, everybody needs a license. where the mortgage brokers never needed a license. Without any kind of training, education, anything else, it's, you know, that's the reason why I got burnt.
I would rather him tell me, Heather, Rich, you can't afford this home. I would rather someone tell me that and be let down that way than to actually have to pick up and leave my life, pick up my life and my child and just leave. This is what happened to me. This is my story.